In the most profound simulation ever witnessed in Minecraft history, I split 200 players into diverse habitats stretching across a massive continent, which will result in an ecosystem identical to the Lion King. With places never seen before by the human eye, these lands will offer an adventure you're not gonna want to miss. So, how will societies develop under these circumstances? Will they remain united under one continent, or will their differences set them apart? Also, just like in real life, if you die, you remain dead forever. And as always, if you enjoy the video, make sure to join my Discord server so you can participate in future videos. On day 1, every player was teleported to their own habitat. We had the Pride Lakes, Savannah, Jungle, Swamplands, and the Elephant Graveyard, plus a few more mystery biomes. Every player is heading to one destination right now. This is gonna be one crazy moment. Everyone traveled across the entire map just to show up to the Pride Rock.
I present to you my future king.
I have influence! Yeah!
Well, it looks like we have nobody protesting, so that's good. Now, Dr. Trog's goal was to keep the entire continent united under one grand kingdom. He would allow different states to form, but he wanted everyone to be united. If his vision comes to fruition, everywhere the light touches would remain safe and secure, and thus would remain prosperous. Oh, looks like they set up a little outpost over here. I guess they decided living in Pride Rock wouldn't be a great idea, because if they got robbed or something, I don't know. I got a question. Does anybody know about where you guys are?
Yeah, about that. No.
Look, we're brothers. I'm definitely not planning anything. I can tell you that much, okay?
While Dr. Trog had a lot of influence, his group was far smaller than any other. But they were actually getting along pretty well, aside from one minor inconvenience. Oh, it looks like he's pulling out a sign right here. It turns out their parrot couldn't even actually talk in-game. He could only type in text chat.
What's the sign here? You don't need to talk.
But he could fly. However, when he went out exploring, he couldn't find any water at all, and this would significantly halt their progress.
Oh, hello there, tasty meal. We got Uber Eats over here.
Now, every biome was home to different species. For instance, the Pride Lakes had flamingos, zebras, giraffes, and even peacocks. Not only did they have the most diverse life, they had one of the most rare resources on the entire map, and that is water. This single resource helped them become the first place to develop outposts and eventually villages. As a matter of fact, we already saw 3 major groups form. You could see the zebras move to the south just on the lakeside, the giraffes moved north towards Pride Rock, and nearly all flamingos and peacocks merged into one single group. They ended up settling a town just northeast of the giraffes on the lake. Does anybody lead this place?
Well, we kind of just formed together, and now we are all friends. We made one giraffe friend, but the rest are...
Yeah, they're kind of mean.
The giraffes had a very bad reputation from the very beginning, because there were reports of stolen items, crops going missing, and even bullying.
Oh my god! Oh!
When I asked the giraffes about this, they claimed there's no issues at all.
We just want friends.
But after digging further, it turned out that they were being forced to do this. A player named Agent Goonie despised his fellow birds, and he believed that they were sitting ducks. So he would hire the giraffes to steal food, weapons, and other items from neighboring zebras and the birds. He promised that the giraffes would become wealthy through this process, and so they set up camp at Pride Rock, and they would be known as bandits. So So the birds have established a small settlement, from the looks of it, the giraffes a bandit camp, and, well, you see, when I checked in on the zebras, they weren't actually willing to provide any info on their group.
How would you like to join my business opportunity?
Lexi, no, not right now.
However, they did mention something about a syndicate and that they were vegans. They would not eat any meat under any circumstances. But if you go just across their lake, you'd get kind of an eerie feeling. And not even a single soul was brave enough to enter these lands. Not even the elephants, who were right on the border. But why? The biome is home to the hyenas, and at the start they were relatively spread out and were struggling due to lack of critical resources. However, they did have a lot of bone, which provided for its own advantages. Now, even though they were extremely spread out, I did find one notable settlement amongst the hyenas. So the very little green that they have has been used to establish a religion? Maybe? Anyone who even dares to harm the tree will be punished. The Tree of Life would become one of the most instrumental pieces of green patches ever seen on the entire map. The most avid supporter, who goes by the name of Chaotic Ander, became the priest. And the Tree of Life would be their source of knowledge to even determine their government and all of their societal norms.
Step upon the bush and apologize.
I'm sorry.
Now leave its sacred place. The children of the tree, will you take me as your priest?
Yes.
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 Then it is done. She has spoken. 3 should be enough.
And so it was done. It was the 3 consuls who would be chosen by the tree itself.
Hello.
I heard something about the morning report. This fellow Rhino decided to take it upon himself to start his own newspaper, known as the Morning Report. He started as the lone reporter, but he had plans to expand and hire journalists and other reporters.
I am a reporter for the Morning Report. I'm here taking a survey for all of the animals in the Pride Lands.
He was already releasing articles like this one about the giraffes. Well, I look forward to this endeavor. You see, as we zoom out, 2 new groups appear. The rhinos and wildebeests, who immediately merged into one single group, and the elephants. Funny enough, even though these 2 groups were really far apart, they both shared the same savanna biome. The only big difference was the rhinos and wildebeests were much more populated given that they merged their groups. A player by the name of Crow, who was key in uniting both animal species, ended up crowning himself as King of Beanatopia, the name coming from their abundance of cocoa beans.
Have some cookies on the house, freshly baked.
Well, thank you. But their booming cocoa bean business would see its first major competitor in an unexpected location. Welcome to the swamp. We've discovered a significant portion of the animal species, aside from a few distinct groups, one of which only consists of 2 players, a meerkat and a warthog.
You want to Hakuna Matata these trees?
I'll Hakuna your Matata. Hakuna Matata to you.
Hakuna Mahede.
Now, being so isolated had its pros and cons. They did get to have this entire biome to themselves, but eating slugs and bugs could get old at times. So in a stunning turn of events, they ventured away from their worry-free philosophy in the hopes that they could sell matatas, which were really just cocoa beans.
You take this and all your troubles will go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hakuna Matata.
And they were off to find their first customer, and boy would it be a long journey.
Guys, I have friends!
And that customer would be the birds. They got to have a full tour of their base, and they got to sell matatas.
I want a matata.
Matata is there.
You need a Matata, all your problems go away.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here's another Matata.
Thank you.
This prompted a formal friendship between Timon and Pumbaa and the birds. And because of this, afterwards they led them all the way back to their shack.
We should show them our shack. To the jungle! If you guys have had matatas, you wouldn't be scared to do this, alright? Let's go.
Hakuna Matata.
They told campfire stories.
I was born 400 years ago. No, I'm only kidding. You get it. The Matatas are just kicking in now.
And they noticed some crops were actually missing.
And then we just became best friends.
Hold on, does anyone have any tissues?
Hey, you get yourself a bedroom and I'll get my own.
But the fun wouldn't last long. You see, these tensions between the giraffes and the birds were reaching a breaking point. They noticed some of their items and crops were stolen, and now Timon and Pumbaa were victims as well. They assumed it was the giraffes because they were following them towards their base.
Where did these you guys know where these giraffes lives?
It turns out that the giraffes had an unexpected visitor. Dr. Trog and the lions were curious about this camp that happened to be located right next to Pride Rock.
We are the Savannan Bandits. So we're gang members, basically.
Oh, cool.
That's sweet.
Or not cool, I don't know.
And not long after, Kevin himself spotted their base. He decided to pull a little trick on them.
I got a magic trick I want to show you guys. Pumbaa and I have been working on something very special. It's actually pretty sweet, you know?
They caught on instantly. Oh, are they chasing after him?
Yeah.
The rivalry had just begun. Now, aside from some minor disputes, as we just saw, everyone was getting along pretty well. The hyenas were setting up a camp, the birds were doing better than ever, and the surrounding animals had no real complaints. Oh, there's like a statue over here. Wait, there's a wall as well. Elephants, what are you building over here?
Oh, we're making a wall. For the hyenas. We want to keep them safe.
What? Oh, for the hyenas? The elephants had actually established a quite impressive settlement and were actually attempting to build a massive wall that would stretch across the entire elephant graveyard. I decided to dig further. What is this right here?
This is our council chamber. This is the council of the galactic elephant.
It appeared there was someone else pulling the strings here, as if the elephants weren't even allowed to say what they actually want. They actually claimed that every decision they made was put up to a vote between the Elephant Council members, or so it seemed. Oddly, they began accepting hyena refugees who complained of the harsh environment and demanding leadership. As you can see here, here's another refugee. Wow, they just keep on coming. You see, nearly all hyenas had now actually merged into that one notable group we mentioned earlier, and now many of them were actually hanging out with the elephants rather than the hyenas. The three consuls were rather uninterested in foreign affairs, and they weren't even aware of this new border wall under construction. But rumors had spread around and even reached as far north as Pride Rock itself. In an interview conducted by the Morning Report, Dr. Trog was not happy about the recent developments on the border.
I haven't given them any direct orders. I will talk to them about that.
See, it wasn't easy being the king of these fair lands, as Dr. Trog was extremely overwhelmed with security threats and political drama within his own family.
Your house is in the way of the road.
So they took down his build, and this one little spot has been designated to their parent. That's all he gets.
He supervises us as we work for him tirelessly 24/7.
Oh, there's all sorts of snacks here, look.
Oh, no!
If it's not food, then why is it food-shaped? Come back here. Come back here.
Dr. Trog and his family were making the most of their hidden lifestyle, which truly meant that Dr. Trog didn't need a lot of security. They only really had security at Pride Rock in order to keep him and his family safe. But they didn't really have any security at their base, as no one even knew it existed.
Really make myself a threat to the land.
You need to be a threat. That's not how things operate.
Sorry, yeah, no, I'm not a threat. I'm definitely not a threat.
But eventually, some players found out where their base is. So I just noticed that another base popped up right next to the lion's base, literally less than 20 blocks away. Is there any leader of your guys' group?
Over that way. I don't know how he became the leader. It's kind of weird.
We have a moss throne.
Moss! Hey.
Oh yeah, I see, it's a moss throne. It turns out Sam Gaming was extremely obsessed with moss, so much so that he invented a religion out of it.
Moss, yes.
I'm gonna grab some of this.
I'm an atheist. I don't believe in the moss god.
But the northern monkey people accepted this religion.
They trying to threaten to kill us. This is why we formed the Moss people. It's kind of weird. Here, I'll do a demonstration for you.
I don't remember this happening.
We showed up, remember? And you're like, is PvP on? They kept looking at us eating.
Damn, you need to stop with your Mars addiction! I'm going to actually go insane!
Oh my. It looks like they're trying to become friends with the lions. They're the most powerful people on the map, so I guess that would make a lot of sense. He's already dropping moss.
Sam, stop!
They allowed them to live nearby as long as they kept their distance and followed a few rules.
So, like, enough that we're a little out of earshot so you don't hear all the, political drama that happens.
It appears they're trying to build a tunnel over to the lion's base. And oddly, they're doing it while all the lions are not even at home. I was surprised to find out that Dr. Trog and his entire police squad were pulling up on Timon and Pumbaa's base way out here in the swamp.
Hey, I found them.
Who's gone missing?
Timon?
See, Timon, aka is Kevin, went exploring in this massive swamp biome, and he never returned.
I see someone.
So PK ended up reporting it to the Pridelands Police Department, or also simply known as Dr. Trog's own security.
There they are. Let's go.
Oh dear, they're shooting at him. I see a lot of giraffes.
Guys, go! It's the police.
Run. It turned out that the giraffes claimed responsibility for Kevin going missing, perhaps as some kind of revenge for them stealing their crops. But the giraffes had something else up their sleeve. Whoa, that's a lot of deaths.
A lost parakeet, a found altered key, my foot in the way, a chill's never fake, just a rescue tape.
I've been hearing that there's some disputes going on.
On the following day, we began to see many groups go on lockdown to secure their citizens from any rogue giraffes causing any issues. And we also saw Dr. Trog begin to address the border wall controversy, even though many of his security were no longer with him as they passed away. But while Dr. Trog was away from home, someone was spreading an incredible amount of propaganda about Dr. Trog, which began to raise some eyebrows. And it all traced back to one individual, Carl Crafts.
Let me give you a gift. I think you and I are gonna get along just fine.
He was actually going around to different villages and offering them endless amounts of food so that they would worship him.
You may be all equally delicious in my eyes. Future king! Future king!
I'm gonna get lost in your green eyes.
I will give you as many seeds as I can if you pledge your allegiance to Scar. Have yourself a lovely day.
He fell in a hole. Now, even though they all thought it was a joke, he really did want to take over the kingdom. He knew that players were not pumped about Dr. Trog's slow course of action, and things were getting out of hand on the border. He thought that if he was in power, he would be able to rule with an iron fist, and enforce new laws, and truly unite the continent in a way that it wasn't currently. His fellow lions weren't actually treating him that well.
That was a threat. That wasn't me hitting on anyone. That was a threat of violence.
So any mention to take over the kingdom they thought was just a joke. But little did they know it wasn't. He did indeed have a plan of taking over the entire kingdom. And it's an ambitious one.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Oh, wow. Welcome.
Oh, it looks like the lions just bumped into the rhinos.
Look, they're saying hi to their king. Hi, everyone. Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, no, my bad. Not the king. Yet.
We were just about to stampede.
Is it like on a schedule?
I feel like it's stampede time.
We are rhinos. We stampede at dawn every day.
Ooh, I bet they'd be delicious.
Ooh, that'd be an honor.
No.
The rhinos then handed them over some fresh cookies from Beanatopia, and they just went on their merry way. But so did Carl Crafts. Oh, look at that, he's in the elephant graveyard. Where's he going? He spotted their base.
Who is that? Guys.
You can see it in my eye.
Back away from him. He could be dangerous.
No soliciting. What I understand is a great deal, which I happen to have for you!
It appears they're kind of aggressive. I don't know if they're getting along very well at all.
Do not cross the barrier. You are not a disciple of the Tree of Life.
This is just one tree. And what if she wasn't here?
Oh, you better not.
Don't recall seeing any signs.
Karlkraft was now risking his own life, so he had to immediately back off.
Never come back!
Oh, I'll be coming back. Flint and steel time, good plan!
Oh my, is he gonna burn the tree? Oh, they're not ready for this. He's completely out of his mind. Oh, I'm so nervous right now. How's everything been?
While my wounds are healing, and my actions are wounding, the truth must be sussed out.
On day 4, the morning report had now actually expanded their operation from one single employee to multiple by opening a brand new headquarters. They welcomed in 2 new reporters who were both flamingos.
We were just chilling about and then we saw this giraffe.
Oh, these cookies are so good. You want to cook them?
No thanks.
While Rose was traveling in dangerous territory, risking his own life, the flamingos were... I won't question it. But when hiring these flamingos, Rose made one major mistake. You see, Curious Moore seemingly had no bad intentions. In fact, they would just go around gathering information as a reporter should. But the same couldn't really be said for Mr. Gladiator. There were already reports suggesting that he was spreading misinformation in recent articles released to the entire community. If this was true, it would cause serious tensions and miscommunication across the entire map. But no one really noticed anything was wrong. In fact, he was about to get a promotion to become one of the chief editors of the Morning Report.
Here, listen.
Morning Report, go away, monkey.
Welcome to the jungle. These lands were mostly calm, containing very little civilization as they only really had monkeys. We did begin to see one group set up a camp on the northern coast. However, when another group of monkeys tried to join in, they were immediately forced to leave and start their very own camp. Did you guys by chance run into another civilization?
And kept looking at us. So we're gonna evacuate now. Are they evil?
However, you may have noticed that this is the same group that we saw living next to the Lion's base. You know, that one guy who's obsessed with moss. And as it turns out, not only did they finish their tunnel over to the lions, but they also began building a tunnel all the way to the more populated group of monkeys. Let me get this straight. You guys are building a tunnel all the way to the other monkeys?
Yes, we are.
However, the more populated group of monkeys who ended up kicking out the smaller group were very cautious about other groups, and they decided to live so far north for that exact reason. Oh, look at that, he set up a treehouse up here. So how's everything going out here?
It just came out of my treehouse.
I'm mostly the leader. I think I am the most responsible in the group. Everyone can chip in on ideas.
But then they caught me off guard.
Where's our Lord Thunder, actually?
Oh, you have a lord? Who is Thunder?
It's our overlord. This is our shrine we built at him.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, there he is. You see, Thunder is actually one of our event staff, and he accidentally went out of Vanish at the wrong time, which resulted in them forming their own religion. They ended up worshipping him and accepting him as the one and only true God, which became widely known. Oh, look at that. They're sending out missionaries and great prophets. They're trying to spread the word, it looks like. Are you a monkey over here? Wait a minute.
Nope.
Okay.
I was.
Oh yeah, I see them, yeah.
Oh, there they are.
We're currently heading to another civilization to spread thunderism, you know? crap. How are we gonna get our cows? We need our cows.
Monkey, hello. I like your cow.
I've come here to spread something that is near and dear to my heart. Our religion is based on a person who's actually real.
So you actually honor that religion, the Thunder religion?
The Thunder religion, yes.
It was spreading like a wildfire, with civilizations accepting this as the one true religion. In fact, it became so popular that massive groups of players would show up to Pride Rock unannounced just to celebrate this religion. Dr. Trog was not happy with this at all.
The
That's a lie.
But whilst everyone was celebrating, there was one player who was acting a bit suspicious. You see, the Morning Report headquarters happened to be located in Beanatopia, and Crow, the king of Beanatopia, was rather curious about the inner workings of this seemingly harmless operation. So much so that he invited Mr. Gladiator to private meetings. The most notable topic they discussed is how they would work together to unite all other nations under Beanatopia. Yeah, you heard that right. And he wasn't joking either. Mr. Gladiator would make Crow look like a brilliant leader to the public, a man of the people, whilst Crow would begin forcing other societies to merge into Beanatopia. But how, you may ask? It ain't pretty. You see, unlike Karlkrafts, Crow already had an entire civilization under his throne, and he already had a ton of experience, and he had a master manipulator on his side. Oh, so you're planning some kind of parade? I'll be sure to attend. Hey Trog, how's everything going?
We have been informed that there is going to be attack on the Lion's Den. We are currently making escape routes. I don't know if you've seen this method, but it essentially makes a maze underground. You like look, everything is like back and forth, so we could get out pretty fast.
Gotta be prepared.
I found out that a player by the name of Wolf Buttercup was the individual who reported this information to Dr. Trog and Duvid. You guys, it looks like you guys moved to a different location.
Thinking changing locations might be a good idea.
You see, the reason Wolf Buttercup was extremely concerned for her fellow lion friends and her own life was because she found out some damning information about Crow, and she even overheard some of their discussions in their private meetings. She believed that Crow might have actually been aware that the zebras have this information on Crow, and because of this, they moved their entire base to this massive tree so that they would not be hunted down. As you can see, the tree even has secret entrances, so it's not easy to tell there's even a base at all. But why did Dr. Trog feel the need to build an entire escape plan? I think we're about to find out. So according to my calculations, the next 2 minutes, everybody should be arriving for the big Dr. Trog Stampede celebration, and you're the host, correct?
That's right.
Alright, this is gonna be nuts. Looks like everybody's here too. Dr. Trog and his whole family are actually on this massive ledge so they can view it from a massive vantage point. Where is Crow? What is he getting in trouble with now? Everybody's waiting on him. As it turns out, he was actually getting a little revenge on the giraffes. He believed that the giraffes were responsible for their real rhino being killed, so he justified burning their giraffe because of this. However, the real intent was much deeper. He wanted to point fingers at someone else for burning their giraffe. Oh, he's trying to light it from over here. I don't know if it's gonna work.
A life for a life.
What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? This is actually going pretty well, so I'm gonna shortly get invited to the giraffe server. I can help you convince the giraffes to be a part of Beanatopia for protection and everything, since they're gonna be scared.
They eventually came to an agreement that the giraffes would become a part of Beanatopia, but in exchange, Beanatopia would provide full military protection, similar to a vassal state. Now the giraffes had no government of their own. They would be under complete control of Beanatopia. The giraffes are accusing Wolf Buttercup now know?
They told me that if I knew what was good for me, I'd keep my mouth shut.
This Crow is the one who told us that it was you.
It's gonna be a he said, she said, and I have felt like I have been the only one who's been playing this game with my cards on the table, and everyone else has been being deceitful and pocketing cards and counting cards.
Is that everything? Is that everything we need?
Oh my, that's a lot of players. Here they come.
Can any of the royal family see the stampede?
Carl, you gotta be patient, you know?
As you can see, the front line of players is right over here, and the royal family of all the lions and everybody is up there, so they're actually going to be there pretty soon here.
Stop moving! North!
Oh, I see them. They're over there.
Oh, there they are! Look down! Hello down there!
Oh, look, there they are! It's a stampede of all kinds of beautiful people. Yay!
Yeah.
So beautiful!
That's weird. Crow, he slowed down or something. He's acting a little suspicious.
You got a good view of them, do you there, Dr. Trug?
Yeah, I do. Of course, it's a national celebration.
And what is it a celebration of?
Everybody.
It's a celebration of the one true ruler of these lands.
It's a celebration of drugs. Oh!
Long live the king!
I'll grab the stuff.
There's people here.
Okay.
Oh my, Carl is on his way right now.
Wait. Let me. Hello? It's Carl! Run!
Duvid! Duvid, just the person I need to talk to.
No, we gotta go.
Duvid, get your lion behind back up here.
Go. Is this way?
This way. This is correct. And then
They're running. They're already outside of the maze. Oh, now they just gotta be quiet. I don't know. How they can get away with this?
You almost killed me.
They tried to assassinate you.
Well, I'm used to it.
Oh, I can actually hear them break them. Oh my god, they're just out of range.
Where have they gone?
If they were like a block closer, they'd be able to hear them breaking right now.
It appears that Duvid has escaped.
Oh, interesting. Looks like they're heading a little bit eastward. I don't know if they have a plan on where they're going. Not surprisingly, Dr. Trog's death sent shockwaves across the entire continent. Everyone felt that they lost something so rooted in themselves. That sense of identity, but more importantly, a sense of security.
I actually think it might be a good idea to skedaddle.
What do you mean?
Gar is a dictator. He might find out that we're not really supporters and hunt us down.
Many groups began to hide, fearing for the worst. In fact, after the tragic attack on the Tree of Life, the hyenas developed a master defensive plan. When I joined their Discord call to hear about it, I was mind-boggled. But this master defensive plan, with multiple backup plans and patrol routes, wasn't actually to defend against Carlcrafts. In fact, Carl had made significant progress negotiating with the hyenas. And I kid you not, he even attended a wedding at the Tree of Life.
And find comfort in knowing that they are now at peace, intertwined with the sacred rhythms of the tree. All hail the Tree of Life.
All hail the Tree of Life.
All hail the
Tree of Life! Now, I assumed this defensive plan was actually for any potential threats that were entering the elephant graveyard, or even the plentiful amount of magma cubes and gas that would commonly spawn nearby. But an anonymous source told me that they struck a deal with the hyenas, which included these defensive tactics I talked about earlier.
Everyone's cooperating really well for one, and second of all, we have already gotten elephants, wildebeests, rhinos, birds, all on our side. And I have had a few talks with the lions. aliens.
See, there are a few players who wanted to remain anonymous because they spawned in as an uncommon type of animal species. They really didn't feel like they would fit in very well. However, the hyenas accepted many of these outsider animals in, putting their differences aside. And Carl Crafts took advantage of this because he was an outsider too. And as a result, you could begin to see some diversity amongst the hyenas. They didn't tend to travel very far from their home base, but they were very willing to accept many different types of animals who felt alone and didn't have a home of their own. But this didn't stop them from spreading their religious values though, as they even handed out a religious book called the Book of Abram, which referenced their sacred tree. And many smaller religions would actually align with the Tree of Life due to the growing amount of power that Thunderism had, especially in the northern regions of the map. So ultimately, the Tree of Life was the last standing religion in the southern part of the map that actually had any significant influence. See, this is a missionary from the Kraken religion, which is a pretty interesting one.
The Tree of Life is more than willing to ally themselves with the Kraken religion.
Well, look at this. There's a Kraken shrine just north of the Elephant Graveyard. No armor or weaponry allowed. So what do you think about the monkeys?
Kraken and the monkeys are not really friendly.
Given that there was some drama brewing between Thunderism and virtually every other religion, I did want to check in on that small exiled group of monkeys. It turned out that they actually were about to finish their massive tunnel project all the way over to the northern monkeys, which I thought was really impressive. But when I teleported over there to see their grand opening ceremony, I was actually a bit alarmed. So it looks like they're about to arrive, but I don't know if they realize what's actually happening, because I see monkeys on top and they're kind of shifting around here, and I kind of have a bad feeling about this. Oh, he's running! Oh my god, they're ambushing him!
I think they have Sam.
What is going on?
Sam, you're coming with us.
It looks like they're all split up.
This is really weird. Why are you guys kidnapping me? You guys agreed to this tunnel.
We only captured one.
Sam Gaming had been captured, and all their hard work on this massive tunnel was a trap all along.
Thunderism is the only religion. We do not tolerate any other beliefs in the jungle.
See, this wasn't the only act of aggression by the northern monkeys. They weren't afraid to take matters into their own hands when they found small settlements who were inhabited by non-believers.
Guys, who are these people?
Surrender to Thunderism!
Oh my god.
Get them!
Man, they're just trying to live out here in the water. This is nuts.
Leave!
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the new king.
Dr. Trug is dead. His son, Duval, has not returned to take control of the kingdom. All are welcome in my kingdom.
You guys want some potatoes?
Yes, please.
Alright. 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 Alright Why are the lions here?
We need your help.
Day 7 was the day that everyone found out Carl Crafts was indeed residing at Pride Rock. Unless you were living under a rock, you were clearly aware of this alarming news. He succeeded in convincing the hyenas that relocating the Tree of Life was ultimately the best decision they could ever make, as opposed to living in a wasteland for eternity. And as a result, Carl Crafts gained the hyenas' full support, and thus had succeeded in claiming the throne. In fact, many other civilizations supported Carl Crafts for king, in the hopes that they would stay on his good side.
Ladies and gentlemen, the king is approaching.
Our liege?
This I could get used to.
The birds were even handed out imperial shields to represent their support for the new king. In fact, as it turns out, Carl Crafts had the support of nearly every civilization because they preferred having a new king to maintain order as opposed to having no authority at all. Sure, they didn't trust Carl Crafts very much, but they believed it was only a matter of time before things would naturally get better.
Do we know Scar's policies on these monsters? Wonder what the kings will get rid of them.
Plus, it also didn't help that Mr. Gladiator was already spreading propaganda about Duvid, and that he may have been the one who killed Dr. Trog. As we had a command that you could literally fake death messages, they had no way of proving who killed who, and Mr. Gladiator still had his chief editor position at the Morning Report, which Rose told me was on purpose, because Mr. Gladiator had so much power within the kingdom that if he spoke out or retaliated against Mr. Gladiator, he could be locked up by his former colleague, or worse, be hunted down by Mr. Gladiator's many supporters. So as a result of all of this, Rose ended up resigning from the Morning Report in order to save his reputation and his own life. The news was now under full control of Carl Crafts for the time being. When I went over to the other side of the map to check in on the lions, I found that they were making the most of these unforgiving times.
You guys look like you're in a tight spot.
We are.
See, understandably, Duvid didn't want to return to the Pride Lands, as he feared him and his family would be captured or even scheduled for an execution. So they had to be careful, as they were the most wanted players on the entire map. And it didn't help that Carl Crafts was already sending secret police throughout the continent, with over 10 distinct squads searching for Duvid.
I think we gotta keep moving here, alright?
Mr. Gladiator and his 2 bodyguards were quickly coming up on the lions.
We've reached the swamp. They've gotta be nearby.
They expected the lions may be with Pumbaa. And they were correct.
Pride Lands Police Department, open up. Who's swimming away? We see you.
Tensions were at an all-time high, as Mr. Gladiator realized Duvid was now within his grasp. Were they gonna try to play cool, or were they gonna make a run for it?
Police!
Hello there.
I need some help.
We're just going around making sure everyone's safe.
I need some help. I'm not safe.
Okay, where do you not safe from?
He's been missing.
We just need to check out this base first. We're doing a routine inspection.
Oh god, what have they gotten themselves into?
It's a lot of special looking characters, huh?
Yeah, we're mountain lions. Mountain lions.
Yeah, exactly.
The king did tell us to look out for some... Oh, I can't remember.
Let's go. Run to the IRS. Go. Run.
Get them. Now.
Come on, let's go.
We're losing them.
Within a few minutes, they had lost them.
We did such a good job playing that off.
They had migrated further east for the time being. You see, while Duvid was searching for a new location where they could remain safe, other civilizations were living without any apparent threats other than some concerning changes coming within the new empire. Like how Pride Rock wasn't really looking like Pride Rock because it was becoming a massive defensive fortress with 24/7 security protocols and many future projects being planned. This place was changing quickly. And notably, the most loyal group to Karlkrafts, other than the hyenas, was the elephants, likely due to their close ties with the hyenas from the very beginning, considering they built a wall to protect the hyenas and they accepted refugees. And this is important because the elephants were essentially assigned as the secondary security force of this new empire. In fact, they were assigned to govern the newly established Pridelands Police Department with the goal of bringing justice to those who don't follow the new rules, which include pay your taxes, bow in Carl's presence, and report any suspicious activity. And every civilization owed exactly 10 coal blocks per day, and a stack of their most unique resource. For example, the giraffes provided wool, because that was a resource unique to them. And while most players were able to put up with these new, frustrating changes, there were a few players who had other plans in mind. See, Wolf Buttercup and her group of zebras were fearing for their life, as the tree they were hiding out in was also located right next to Pride Rock, so they rarely left their base knowing that Crow wanted them dead. But that was about to change, because a lone elephant named TDM was also living with Wolf Buttercup, because she had had enough of being mistreated by her fellow elephants. In fact, they were all wondering where she went, as the elephants were a very tight-knit group, so abandoning them was never a good idea. So before nightfall, TDM left the hideout and agreed to meet up with the Elephant Council.
Good luck, but you better come home.
We didn't feel like you were here that much today, as you didn't tell us much about what you were doing.
I am no longer an elephant.
Oh?
I have met some others that treat people better.
You're saying that we do not treat you good?
Yes.
We gave you the iron that you have on your back, and the shield you have in your hand.
What happened to the diamonds I gave you?
You were not here at all today, so we didn't see you to give you any of those items.
Many of the people that joined on the second day are still in full iron. I've made my peace with you guys, and I'm leaving.
She is leaving.
She's no longer an elephant.
Once you're an elephant, you're always an elephant.
I propose we murder every traitor.
The council will have some discussions. We will figure out what we will do.
Sam Gaming has betrayed our Lord Thunder and must be punished with the harshest penalty of them all. Death.
Sam! No!
Wait, Sam's dead? Not as a surprise, everyone that had formed a bond with Sam Gaming was in shock, knowing that Sam had passed away and would never see the light of day ever again. I must say, things were getting a little shaky over at Pride Rock, because I may have typed the wrong command, resulting in the back half of Pride Rock collapsing in on itself. There was a massive cave-in that just happened in Pride Rock. I actually wasn't able to see it myself.
I got down to 2 hearts.
Oops. And this one mistake would impact their entire defensive plan, because I overheard this.
It actually looks natural and looks like a cave-in, so nobody will infiltrate it.
But their confidence was about to be tested, as even though it appeared that everything was going according to plan, not every player was truly loyal to Karlkrafts, particularly a player named Whir, who secretly despised Crow after him giving very little attention to Beanatopia, leaving many Beanatopia citizens with a society that was quite literally in shambles. Some players left, while others had high hopes. But Whir, who was a high-ranking official in the Beanatopia military, was hanging around Pride Rock. and gathering information whenever he could. His main strategy was to linger around while Karlkrafts was having important meetings with high-ranking officials. One rather strange piece of information that he gathered was that they were planning on extracting iron ore from beneath Pride Rock. But he also overheard their plan on how they would track down Duvid, and most of their scouting efforts were focused in the central parts of the map. So if Duvid were to be wandering in these parts, he would be at an increased risk of being caught. But it turned out Duvid wasn't very far away at all, because he was in the elephant graveyard.
Okay, someone there.
But they didn't expect to bump into a lone hyena. Wait, does he see him?
Hello?
Oh, hello?
What you guys doing?
We're exploring the area. We don't know where we are. You meant to be at Pride Rock right now?
He ended up leaving knowing that he was outnumbered. But this encounter was spotted by 2 hyenas just across the ravine.
We gotta go.
See, the reason they were in the elephant graveyard in the first place was because they thought that most hyenas had actually fled to Pride Rock, meaning that they could go ahead and rob the hyena's base and gather many resources that were exclusive to this biome. But the 2 hyenas were on their tail, quietly observing them from a distance, as they got closer and closer to the hyena's fortified base camp.
Okay, should we be quiet now?
I swear to God, if someone's here.
I think the last one of them left, but...
Crow might be here.
Oh, crap.
No, Crow should be at the thing. Oh, someone's here. Someone's here. Someone's here.
Yo, what the f? The lone hyena immediately fired the alarm, which notified over 20 hyenas about the encounter.
I gotta get back to you on that one.
They began climbing the wall.
You guys just, hey.
We're just gonna go up here, yeah.
Oh my god, they're actually doing it.
Yeah, Scar sent us.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone go!
You guys don't mind that, like, I tell everyone that you're here.
Well, great talking to you, Signs, you know.
Yeah, great meeting you. We're heading out of here. Go! Run! Get out of here!
No shot! They're right on their tail.
Guys, keep going.
Go.
Right behind us.
I'll cover you guys. Watch out.
Don't fall behind. Keep going.
With Duvid's location now revealed, even Karlkrafts was on the lookout, but Duvid and the lions had managed to make their escape and successfully robbed the hyena's base. Karl blamed the elephants for failing to secure the southern border, which allowed Duvid to enter the elephant graveyard in the first place.
That's why I wanted to keep people at the base.
We've been robbed. There's signs. We've been robbed from our potatoes, the church.
The hyenas were not happy at all. In fact, Karl immediately decided to place a bounty on Duvid and the lions, thus giving all civilizations a major incentive to find Duvid dead or alive. But Karl's formidable empire was beginning to show some cracks beneath the surface, because the giraffes were getting ready to abandon their home base and disband all relations with Beanutopia and the Empire, which would violate their agreement that they had made previously. This was because of threats made by Karl himself, and the fact that they took advantage of them by being so close to Pride Rock, which allowed them to try to make the giraffes participate in activities they weren't comfortable with at all.
You know what? We're the kings.
Yes.
I will allow you to worship me now.
They ended up destroying their gravestone that was to honor their pet giraffe who had passed away.
Sorry, who's doing the killing here? Oh, that's right. It's me. I'll be doing a lot of killing, I can tell you that much.
But if that wasn't bad enough, they even threatened to burn down the entire giraffe camp, all because of a miscommunication about a thief named I Am Evergreen, who happened to be a giraffe himself.
People
are coming. Oh, Scar's coming.
These guys aren't with Evergreen. These guys are not with Evergreen. They're not with him. They're not with him.
Evergreen? So as a result of all of this, they ended up packing up their belongings to prepare for what would be the most important journey of their life across the vast swamps and hills this map has to offer. Their goal? To meet up with a group of anonymous players who promised to provide them a safe haven for the time being. And one of those players was Wolf Buttercup herself, working tirelessly on a plan to save the continent from what she imagined would be a very dark future. Make no mistake, amidst all the political drama, others were making the most of the situation by starting their own establishments like this water park on the edge of a cliff. So what am I looking at here?
I'm building a water park.
Does it have a name?
It's called Sandland.
Oh, nice. Even Pumbaa was having a good time, as business was booming since he had opened several shacks where he would sell matatas, which were really just cocoa beans, for ridiculous prices. He would essentially scam the hyenas and provide these valuable resources to his close allies like Duvid himself.
Take one of these and all your problems go away.
I have a lot of problems.
You want a matata?
Sure. I love one. What? Outrageous!
However, even with all of these amenities and Ponzi schemes going around, advancements were being made at Pride Rock. And not just physical advancements, it was also political tension between Crow and Zay, the missionary from the Kraken religion.
She's gonna go for Queen of the Pride Lands, which means I'll probably die protecting her.
See, both Crow and Zay were attempting to become Queen of the Pride Lands. Crow's reason being that he would finally accomplish his goal of having full control over the entire continent. And Zay's reason being to eventually assassinate Karl Crafts, thereby saving the kingdom from tyranny herself. But neither of these plans were really likely to come to fruition, considering Karl Crafts had far more support. And he wanted to keep it all to himself anyways, which is precisely why Wolf knew that in order to put an end to Karl's reign, something radical needed to change, and it needed to change fast. Things were about to change. Indeed. Duvid and his squad were on their way to Wolf's secret base.
We're dangerously close to Pride Rock right now.
Oh, wait, guys, this is Pride Rock.
Oh my gosh, do you see that? They've got walls and everything. This is probably not a great idea.
Guys, wait, we're being followed.
No, it's me.
Oh my gosh.
They had now arrived, waiting for Wolf to let them in.
Hello? Hey, there's people in there.
Our informant, where are you at?
They agreed to meet up here because Wolf had valuable information that Duvid needed in order to finalize his plan on how he could put an end to Karl Kraft's chokehold. Plus, Duvid knew he could trust Wolf, considering she was the same informant who had predicted Dr. Trog's death.
This is my tree. Shh, I don't know the Lion King lore.
Guys, there's someone coming. Shift.
I'm hearing someone talking, so if you shift but you don't, that doesn't work.
The most alarming thing about this encounter is how close they are to Pride Rock, meaning if he calls in backup, they'll be there in no time.
Pumbaa, how you doing?
Hello.
We gotta go.
Where are the rest of them?
Wait, he's just letting him in?
Why is there so much crafting tables?
Oh, he's coming down, down.
Hello.
What's up? Yo, why are you in my house?
Why is everybody hiding?
Oh, they're not. No, this is a birthday party. Why are you in my house? You weren't invited, actually.
Of course.
He began sprinting towards Pride Rock, and before they knew it, reinforcements were on the way.
Oh, guys!
This room is clear. Do you see anyone?
Hoover, where are you at? No! Damn it! I've had enough of this! How many times have I been led the wrong way?
Having witnessed how wrong things could have gone, they ended up regrouping just west of Pride Rock. And Wolf began explaining her frustration. In fact, she even made her own paintings as a symbol and a warning that things will only get worse. They knew they were heavily outnumbered and had no chance of taking on Carl themselves, so Duvid needed to build some kind of movement or resistance. And I must say, surprisingly, he had high hopes, considering the giraffes were already on board, and players like Rose. Plus, Duvid knew that taxes were among many of the big frustrations that could convince much more of the animal kingdom to get on board. And so they knew it was time to get ready to travel to the most remote location on the entire map, where they would establish a safe haven and begin what they believed would become a rebellion. Duvid and the Lions would arrive first, following Wolf and everyone else who had agreed to become founding members of this movement. But it turned out Wolf may have made a poor decision by not traveling with Duvid and the Lions.
Rylands Police Department, open up. We need to search the premises. Have you seen an elephant by the name of TDM? You know, what is this wall for?
Oh, she didn't see her.
You're under arrest, I'm cuffing you.
Why are they under arrest? For what?
We have a signed warrant. Currently they're detained for a further investigation.
I will go with you.
They never let me use these cuffs, I'm using them anyway.
TDM had been captured, not knowing if she would ever see her friends again. As they were migrating towards the safe haven, Wolf made sure to stop by.
We will be back for you tomorrow, I promise.
Thank you. I want to go home. Let her take care of Frank, okay?
Okay.
Maybe we can return when it's brighter day.
That's what we're fighting for. Brighter days.
And no taxation.
By the end of the day, they had all made their way to their new home.
Oh, this is the edge of the island. Ha ha ha. See you at the bottom.
This is where we've all been hiding out.
I thought it said car crafts and I was about to drive.
Pumbaa hired his first employee, and they all gathered around to prepare for the following day. Crafts was on a mission. Oddly, he was traveling over to the elephants.
We have voted that we are going to host a public execution.
Please let me finish. They did not feel welcomed here. They felt welcomed with my family.
But what she didn't know was that the elephants were buying time, since they weren't the culprit behind this. It was rather a manipulation scheme for what Carl believed would be the perfect opportunity to strike.
Hello?
Oh, that's interesting. Duvid's at the elephant's base.
Everyone calm down, calm down.
Duvid arrived just in time, because the argument got so heated that Wolf let TDM free herself, putting both of their lives on the line. But with Duvid and company making an appearance, the elephants were a bit more hesitant to retaliate.
Oh, hey, Wolf.
Huh, I think Carl's coming here. Oh wait, oh he's leaving. The lions are leaving.
It's Carl, run!
Officers, get them! Get them! They're running! Go, go!
Well, we can't stop to give it to me now. They're right behind us. Wait, there's just one of them following us.
What? What's going on? Oh, Jesus! Okay, I surrender!
They're back, run!
Go, go, go!
Oh, that's Carl! Carl's here! Oh, God! I'm trying.
Ow! I'm getting hit! Oh, right!
By the narrowest of margins, they had managed to escape.
They could have tattled. I hope Wolf is okay.
The chief of police surrendering to some lowlife?
Carl could do only one thing, and one thing only, to make an example out of one particular group. Civilization no more. The hyenas are just kind of eating at this structure here. It's not going to last. Some elephants fled off into the wilderness, while others had joined the empire. But one thing was certain, it was the end of their civilization. With all that went down, I wanted to address the elephant in the room. And no, not that kind of elephant. I was curious how the monkeys were doing.
We are going to await as many taxes as possible.
The whole taxes thing, I just don't understand. This jungle is not technically their land.
The monkeys were one of many groups who were complaining. This was influenced by rumors that had been going around by a player named No Name No Face, who was about to meet Duvid over at the monkeys' base.
They kind of messed up our taxes a little bit. They owe us back taxes right now. So
how are they gonna fund the public hospital then?
We're in a savannah.
See, No Name No Face was heavily inspired by the player Whir, that crucial spy I had mentioned earlier, because No Name No Face was working under Whir, while Whir was openly sharing inside information to the citizens of Beanatopia. But No Name No Face wanted to use this information for a good cause, and so he ended up surveying nearly every group on the entire continent, so that Duvid would have all of the information he would need to know who would join the rebellion, because Duvid was actively recruiting new members, and he had plans of building a rebellion that had a force that could take on the entire empire.
I'm not making the first move in this fight.
I understand. We want no harm, and no one should have to die.
Right.
Except those stupid tax people. F them.
Upon meeting No Name No Face, Duvid was escorted into the monkey's base.
We have been awaiting your return.
I see houses in the trees. Ooh, this looks nice.
The monkeys were honored to meet Duvid, and they had no issue supporting the rebellion, so long as they could solicit their religion under any circumstances. But Chaotic was a bit hesitant to declare war unless they were attacked first. However, Carl's military was becoming stronger every day, so Duvid had to act fast. And I gotta say, He did. Traveled all across the continent, spreading the word, and others did the same. And so by the end of the day, they all agreed to meet up at Pumbaa's base, where they would rally everyone who had now joined the rebellion. But as Duvid was recruiting a few remaining birds who were a bit more hesitant, Whir had overheard some terrible news. It turned out that Carl was going to be at the bird's base while Duvid was still there. So Whir quickly sprinted over to Beanatopia.
I think we gotta go.
See, Whir knew that even if Duvid had fled, the birds would also have left their base, thus revealing to Carl that the giraffes weren't the only group who had gone missing, which could raise suspicion and could put an end to Duvid's plan. So Whir had an idea. He would deploy a distraction over at Beanatopia so that they would investigate Beanatopia instead. There's a fire over here.
Hello? You guys okay?
Beanatopia?
Word got out quickly, and before they knew it, Carl was on his way, traveling through a new underground transportation system that had connected the giraffes to Beanatopia. But sadly, this rail system was abandoned after the giraffes had fled their base.
The place is deserted, there's no one here.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit nervous about that, I'm gonna be honest.
That tent was burned.
They couldn't believe what they had just witnessed, realizing that Whir had sacrificed his own life in order to save the rebellion.
Whir's dead.
He did that for us.
They were enraged, angry, and disappointed.
Whir died to protect us.
We can't just go in.
We can't let him down.
Upon further deliberation between prominent members of the rebellion, they had agreed on one thing, and that one thing was the one remaining option. The rebellion officially declared war on the Empire.
We won't let him down. Come on, let's go!
No more taxes.
Days may be out, but the truth
But what they didn't know was just how much Pride Rock had changed.
Oh gosh, this is tall. Everybody, we're getting here.
You're alive.
Stand back, everyone. Carl's coming down.
Duvid,
Hey, Carl.
I didn't expect to see you alive.
I never expected you to be king either.
Someone had to take control. Someone had to lead these people.
You pushed him off, and you made me run away. You chased us away. Carl, you know I can't let this stand.
What do you plan to do, Duvid?
We're gonna take you down, we're gonna reclaim Pride Rock, and we're gonna bring peace back.
You may be the one to start it, but I'll be the one to finish it.
Charge!
Get on!
Scale the rock, they're going down.
Watch out!
Oh man, it's happening.
Go, go, go! Watch out! Watch out!
Saturday night, I was downtown.
They can't stop us.
Looking for the FBI. Sitting in a nest of Batman.
Cover for me, I'm going in. Guys! Get back.
Booze on the west side, full of people
countdown. Be careful.
Oh, how you guys doing?
It's blood.
Tango Foxtrot 1980.
Get off the ramp.
You know what?
Far enough. I don't think it's done.
Oh, okay.
You know what we're doing. I told you all. Mine through.
No shot. They're coming from the back.
Where did they go? Oh, there they are. Need some help over here. Hey, whoa. There's the front door. Hey, hey, they've got an entrance here. Yeah, nice one.
Man, they're dropping like flies. That's a lot of lava.
Oh gosh, look at that. They're coming down?
They're up there.
Behind us. Oh, I see them. I'm heading up. Come with me in the water elevator.
Wait, they're gonna try to break in.
Guys, there's a way in.
Oh, this is risky.
There's a secret. Did they pull on us?
Hey! No, don't.
It was an honor. No, kid!
No.
David, we're with you. We are remnants of the hyenas. We don't support the king.
Hey, you're safe here.
I'm Mr. Gladiator. I'm known by a lot of things and by many. Some call me the Pink Rhino. But there's something I must tell you all. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I don't want to be an emperor. In this world, there is room for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful. But we have lost the way.
The fighting had come to an end. But the Empire had fallen. Even after major search efforts, they were never able to locate Karl Crafts. Rumor had it that he was hiding underground, afraid of ever making an appearance again.
Beautiful. I've got to poop.